Hello everyone, this video is in continuation to our videos on animal kingdom, wherein in our last video we have discussed one example, that is tapeworm, which was an endoparasite. In this we are going to discuss about planaria, which is the only free living organism and is a freshwater platyhelminth, and we'll also discuss Phaseola hepatica, which is the liver fluke. Fine, so we'll discuss both of them in the same video. Starting up with the first, that is planaria. You have two examples in your syllabus from platyhelminths. You can do any two. I will be explaining you three. You can use it for your NEET exams and all, for your competitive exam preparations. Now starting with planaria, first of all, it is free living. The only free living platyhelminths. Most of the platyhelminths, they are endoparasites, but when we talk about planaria, it's the only free living free living organism which is not found in any host body. So there is no host in the planaria. Plus it is fresh water. It's found in fresh water. Now as it is free living, it has developed it has developed certain sense organs in the body, and the most prominent one is the eyes, development of eyes. Due to, I'll write the whole sentence, due to free living nature, it has developed sense organs, and that is eyes. We'll see this, draw the diagram, and then we'll see how. Then if you see the structure, it has a triangular head. Now I'll draw the diagram here. If you see the structure of planaria, it has this triangular head and this flattened body. Fine. So I'll make the dorsal and the ventral view both. This is the dorsal view. Now when you see the planaria from the dorsal side, you will see these eyes here. But when you see it from the ventral side, there are some additional structures which are visible. We'll just make the structure again. But the ventral view now. So when you see the ventral view, you observe that there is this mouth present, and from this mouth is protruding out a protrusible pharynx. So this is an additional important structure, an advanced feature which is present. So this is the mouth, and this is protrusible pharynx. Protrusible means which can protrude out, which can come out. So on the ventral side, we don't see the eyes, we just see the mouth and a protrusible pharynx, whereas on the dorsal side, we would see the eyes also. So this is the additional feature, sense organs which are present in planaria. So it has a triangular head, and it is not a parasite, it is not an endoparasite, so it does not have any host. Plus it is, the other characteristic features involved, it is hermaphrodite. It has both the sex organs present in one organism, and the development is direct. Now in the case of endoparasites, the development is indirect. They have different larval stages in the life cycle, whereas in case of this free living organism, there is no larval stage. So the development is direct. I'll write no larval stage also. No larval stage. Fine. So the development in case of planaria is direct with no larval stages. Fertilization is internal. There is internal fertilization which is taking place, and basically they prefer cross fertilization. Even if they are hermaphrodite, they prefer cross fertilization. And there is a very prominent, significant feature, a very important feature important feature of planaria that they have very high power of regeneration. Fine. So these are the various characteristics of planaria, which is a free living organism and which is not a parasite, the only free living. Now coming to the next example, that is Fasciola hepatica. Fasciola hepatic word is used for liver. It's also known as sheep liver fluke. Now when we are talking about fasciola, we are talking about flukes here, but we are specifically talking about the sheep liver fluke here. Now it is flat. It is flat like a leaf. It is digenetic, has two hosts. It is digenetic, similar to tapeworm. It has two hosts. The two hosts in case of Fasciola hepatica are sheep, which is the primary host, and there is a snail, Laministae snail. It is a snail, and this is a secondary host. We have discussed about the primary and secondary host. Primary are the ones wherein the sexual reproduction takes place, and secondary are the ones where the other stages of the life cycle occurs. Fine. It's digenetic, two hosts. Primary is the sheep and secondary is the Laministae snail. Then after that, the liver flukes, the development, in case development is indirect. We already discussed that. In case of, also I'll just write here, it's an endoparasite. Endoparasite, and the development in case of endoparasites is indirect, has many larval stages. Fine, it has many larval stages and the development is indirect. It's an endoparasite. That's why the development is indirect in the case of lamini. Then, if we talk about the life cycle, half of it, it's divided into two parts. In the sheep, the sexual life cycle takes place, sexual reproduction you can say, and in the snail, the half life cycle takes place in the snail, that is the other stages. Other stages of life, it takes place in the snail. It has, as we have discussed in the case of planaria, it has sense organs. There are no sense organs present, as it is an endoparasite. Plus, something important, it is an anaerobic. It is anaerobic, that means it survives without oxygen because it is living inside the body of the host, does not require oxygen. It is taking in whatever is dissolved. Fine. So it takes dissolved oxygen from the blood itself. So it does not have to use oxygen for its survival. Now it feeds on blood, lymph, and other blood cells. So this is the characteristics about Fasciola hepatica, sheep liver fluke. There is one additional, I'll not write about it, I'll just tell you. There is one more example of platyhelminths, that is known as Taenia saginata. Now Taenia saginata follows the same characteristics as that of Taenia solium, but Taenia solium is pork tapeworm and Taenia saginata is a beef tapeworm. The same cycle forms, same shape, same everything. So Taenia saginata, it is found in the beef. That means it is found in the muscles of the cysts are found in the muscles of the cow. And if the uncooked or undercooked beef is eaten, the cysts move into the body of the humans. Taenia saginata grows there. Then again, gravid proglottids, they are detached, and all the cycle is the same. So we have discussed 4 examples, that is Taenia solium in detail, planaria, Fasciola hepatica, and we have also talked about Taenia saginata. In our next video, we'll talk about the next phylum, that is Aschelminths, and we'll also discuss the example of Ascariasis. So keep watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you.